and welcome back to the channel. Today we are on day 4 of the holiday card series, so let's go ahead and get started. The color palette today is absolutely stunning. I love these shades of greens that go into browns, that go into pinks and more grapefruity colors. I mean, the inspiration is absolutely gorgeous on this one. If I flip this over, you'll be able to see your lightest value to your darkest value. So keep that in mind. Say, for instance, you're looking for a color that might be this light, but you have one a little bit darker. You can go with that color as well. That's going to look fantastic. Let's get into the cards. So my first card here, you can see I used all of these gorgeous colors. They're absolutely so beautiful. I love this light gray paired with all this bold color. And the stamp that I use for the front is the Hero Arts Season's Greetings. That's this one here. And then for the background, I decided to do a little bit of ink blending as well as using a mini stencil. So I used the Tim Holtz mini stencil. This is the number mini stencil set 54. And that looks so pretty as just being a focal point on your card with just a large sentiment over. I really, really love this color palette. It's like a fresh holiday color palette. All right, let's get into card number 2. This one here is a little bit softer. It's going to have more weight to it, but I love how gorgeous this is, and it still includes all of our colors. This was used with the Pinkfresh Sweet Leaves frame, also the die, and that just makes a really, really soft holiday card. I paired this sentiment with the Pinkfresh Tidings of Great Joy. That is this sentiment down here, and it really does make such a soft and pretty holiday card. Okay, for our last one, it might be my favorite. I love this card. I absolutely love the color palette on this. This is made with the Postage Collage Christmas stencil from Pinkfresh. It is so cute to put all these little images within your Postage stamp. You're also going to want to get the Postage collage die that is able to allow you to cut out this frame and then stamp all your images. And that sweet little Merry Christmas is also from Waffle, and that's the Holiday Cheer Sentiment set. So as you can see, we have gorgeous cards. It's just where you place the color. Like you can see this one here, I have more of the lighted pinks. This one here, I kept it really, really nice and soft. And this one here, I made it really bold. But that's all from the same color palette. So let's get into that color palette. Let's see what inks and cardstocks we can use for today. So for the inks and the cardstocks, I am branching out, and I told you guys this in the last video, branch out and use multiple brands. You can use Gina K, Simon Says, Pinkfresh, Concord, and Ninth. Mix your brands because you're going to find papers that might be in another company that might match what you need. So for instance here, I'm using the Bermuda cardstock. I'm using a Peacock cardstock. Again, this is from Hero Arts. This is from Concord and Ninth. I'm using Concord and Ninth Cobblestone, but then I'm using Simon Says Stamp Fog. Again, all of these colors are blending for me. And then with Honeysuckle, and that's from Concord and Ninth, and I went with Nectar from Concord and Ninth. So that is our cardstocks. And look how gorgeous that color palette is. Now, if you wanted to switch things out, you could. If you wanted this pink to be a little bit lighter, switch it out with a different pink. Let's go into the ink. So I'm using Tide Pool from Pinkfresh. I'm also using Mermaid from Pinkfresh. From Autumn, I'm using Moonrock. Then I'm using Wet Cement from Hero Arts. I'm going to use Passion Fruit from Pinkfresh, and then the Nectar. So I wanted to show you here where I went a little bit deeper in that color palette, right on this one here. Instead of having this brighter pink, I took it down a tone, and that's okay. If you flip your card over, remember you have different values here. So pick the value that's going to work for you. This is so simple and so easy to do. Okay, let's go into our Ola markers. So our Ola markers are going to be BG24, BG27. For our grays, we're going to use the YG5, YG1. And then for our coral colors, we're going to do OR42 and R03. So that's going to be in our oil markers. So let's go ahead and go over to our Copic markers. So for my blues, I'm using BG32, BG75. For my grays, I'm using, this one is W7 and W3, and then YR01 and R43 for that bright pop of pink. I think that's going to look stunning on your cards. All right, everybody, that is the color palette for day 4. I hope you're really stoked about making your holiday cards really shine this year by giving yourself a different color palette. You can work within the color palette, you can stray out of it, but as long as it works well for you, that's really all that matters. I just want to share inspiration on kind of figuring out some different ways to do your holiday cards. All right, I will see you in day 5 of the video very soon. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.